Hi, I'm your host, Charlene Shirk. Welcome to Advertising Champions, where we speak to some of the most innovative thinkers in the advertising space. And joining us today from Panama City Beach, Florida, Henry Brigmond with Henry Brigmond, Keller Williams Success Realty. Henry, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me today. It's a pleasure.
Oh, it is a pleasure for us as well. Tell us what you do over there.
Well, I do a little bit of everything. I hate to say it that way, but I'm the official radio realtor when it comes to Bay County real estate. I do a morning show for a local radio station, do all their social media, and I also handle a lot of advertising for myself and help out some other agents around here at KW Success Realty here in Panama City Beach.
And talk to us about how you help market those realtors. And I did see on your site that you also specialize in military relocation. So if I'm in the military, I need somebody like you. How do I find you?
Well, the big thing is we have several different ways to promote ourselves within the family pages there at each of the Air Force bases, Navy bases, and the like. We also have a military relocation professional page that a lot of the military families can access. But the big thing for me is doing a lot of Google and Facebook ads. Of all places, my hometown of Warner Robins, Georgia, where Robins Air Force Base is there. And a lot of people from there are coming to Tyndall Air Force Base as they rebuild the base over the next few years.
And talk to me about, can you walk through with realtors? There's so much competition among realtors today, and you all have gone through such a huge upheaval in the market, if you will. I know, I remember I talking to a couple of realtors like, oh, things must be great for you. And they're like, we're working 100 times harder for that one sale because we have so many people in the market space. So how does a realtor stand out amongst others?
Well, it takes doing a lot more personal, a lot more community-minded activity. When it comes right down to it, of all things, I'm known for being the realtor that does weather updates. I actually keep up with the weather and severe weather, not only for my radio station, Beach 95.1, but also myself. And recently at a Florida Realtors Convention, they were talking about this realtor that kept talking about severe weather in the Panhandle. I just said, thank you. But you have to do some things a little bit besides just saying, here, we have this house for sale. You have to have some educational ideas. You've got to do some things talking about the community because we live here, we work here, we go to the grocery store, church, everything with all our neighbors. So we need to make sure we're talking about things that are important to them, not just about real estate.
And what platforms do you find that they're most effective? I know you said kind of Google and search and things of that nature, but now you've got, TikTok and Instagram Reels, and you've got YouTube channels and Facebook and all of the plethora. Are you finding one that's really, really effective amongst all the rest, one that stands out in the crowd when it comes to getting your message out?
YouTube is always a good one. But when it comes right down to doing the reels, which are getting much more impressions than some of the used to, TikTok's doing well for the right, agents are doing really great with it because you have to be really creative with that. You also have to be very particular and protective of your brand too, not to do anything too wild on there. It's okay to have a sense of humor, but don't totally go against your brand. I've noticed that Facebook ads, they're a little bit harder these days to get reliable leads. So it takes making sure your wording is a little bit more accurate, making sure they understand when they're clicking on it, you're talking about a house that is for sale. Do you want more information on this home to purchase? Do some things about that. But most importantly, one of the things that we have to do, not only in our normal business, but also in our marketing, is to keep in mind that we're really getting away from let's just wing it area of real estate and marketing and getting more to being more skills based, really promoting what you really specialize in, as well as those favorite community events, showing up at those events and doing Facebook Lives and Instagram Lives and whatever you want to, but just to make sure that you are out there and you're being seen. The worst thing you can possibly do as a real estate agent or in marketing is be that secret agent where all you're doing is staying in an office and you never talked to anybody. Those days were over back in the 90s.
Well, Henry, that is great advice. I think not just in the real estate market space, but all across the board. You've got to be out there. You've got to get in front of your customers, your potential customers. You got to shake the trees. Henry, that's going to do it for us today on our time. I'm so sorry, but thank you so much for joining us today on Advertising Champions. That's some real good, solid advice.
Thank you very much, and check us out anytime.
And how's the weather real quick before I let you go?
Well, right now it's 87 degrees with sunny skies. Looks like we may have a pop-up thunderstorm a little bit later on today, but the worst rain is coming up this weekend. Complete
All
update
right.
coming up in 5.1.
All right. Thank you, Henry. You knew I wasn't going to let you go without that. All right. If you'd like to learn more about what Henry Brigmond is doing over there at KW Success Realty, you can check him out by going to dailyadbrief.com. I'm your host, Charlene Shirk. Thank you so much for joining us for Advertising Champions, and we look forward to learning something new with you next time.
Simplify presents Addressable CTV, combining the power of TV with the targeting and attribution of digital. Simplify's Addressable CTV delivers massive reach with the ability to scale without sacrificing precision. TV buyers can generate incremental reach with household-level targeting, frequency controls, reporting, and insights. To learn more about Simplify's Addressable CTV and what it can do for your clients, visit simply.fi.